everybody. Same routine.
You already know. They should know by now.
Same routine. Trying to send out the links. There's always a delay.
Always, always.
We missed you guys last week. Let's see.
Cheer.
Share and copy. I know Keiko better be on right now. There's no reason why she's not there yet.
Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. The usual suspects. All of y'all, the new subscribers, the unsubscribed. We love all y'all. But please subscribe. Please, please.
Please. Please.
Like always, we're just sending out the quick little notifications and all of that, letting people know we are now live.
One more.
All right, I got one more, y'all. One more.
Me
one
too.
more to do.
One more. One more.
We're almost done, everybody.
Thank you for your patience.
Always, always. Bam. Just like that. Hello. All righty. I sent out my notifications.
I'm that slow, so I'm going. Let's see. Wait, one more.
Bam.
Okay. I'm ready, I think. I'm sure I missed someone, but hi. Oh, wait.
All right, you ready to give the people what they want, what they came here for?
What y'all come here for? Oh, hold on. Hold on. I wasn't saying anything bad.
No, it was just funny. It was just funny. What you came here for? What you came here for?
What y'all here for?
What y'all what?
It's changing my name. It may be too long for the screen.
Oh man, here we go.
Is it too long?
Nope. Nope. It's there. It is there. I'm with it. I am with it.
Hi everyone.
Yeah, there we go.
Welcome.
Welcome everybody. Ready to start this show? Ready to do what we do?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go.
Oh, there it is. All right, here we go.
Oh, that thing. Okay.
All right, here we go.
You would think I knew this.
Huh?
I said you would think that I would get this already, but
I would hope. We're on our 30th episode.
I know. Wow, that's bad. Okay, let's go.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy. If this is your first time tuning in, we are a local online news show. We talk about local, national, and international news. I am your co-host, Frosty McNuggetts.
And I am Frosty Knowledge, aka not sick and tired, just tired.
There it is. If you guys are probably wondering where's the hostess with the mostest, of course he has some things he had to attend to, but he will be dropping in a little bit later on in the show. So he'll be able to kind of give us his closing thoughts,
right,
on the episode and kind of his sum up. But we do have a jam-packed show. We have a couple of announcements um, to start with. But before we do that, like we always do, we want to know updates. So, Miss Knowledge, aka not sick and tired, just tired. How's, how's your week's been going so far?
Um, it's good. The insurance company sent me money to fix the siding in the wall where the car hit my house. So
Nice. That's
that,
always good.
yeah, so I'll get that taken care of soon. So I'm happy about that. What about you?
I'm doing pretty good. It's been a slow week, um, just in general, but I've been good. I've been good. You
Yeah,
know, talked to
over.
little man briefly last night before he went to sleep.
Yeah.
Um, he's been with his grandparents, so he's been doing his thing with his cousins and all of that.
Oh, that's cool.
I didn't get a chance to see him, but I'll get to see him this weekend, get to hang out. So, but it's been good. It's been good. You know, I missed you guys. Sorry we couldn't make it last week.
That's right.
Had some technical difficulties.
Just a little technical difficulty.
Just,
That's okay.
just a little bit. Just a little bit. But no, I am glad to be back. Oh, got just the camera. But I am glad to be back with y'all, and I'm ready to get into it.
Let's go.
Let's do it. Real quick. Announcements. We do have two awesome guests coming on the show next week. The next two shows, even though we normally do them every Thursday, the next two shows. So next week, the 18th, and the show following that, the 25th. Both of those shows will be on a Friday. So please tune in. It's just for those two dates, kind of a little special. We have a great podcaster coming on the show. Miss Knowledge and Mr. Oreos both have been on his show talking politics. So he'll be on next week. Great individual. Knows the stuff. But he'll be on next week. And then the week after, we'll have a local restaurant owner on.
Yeah, baker.
A baker, yeah, that's right,
Yeah.
a baker.
Yeah.
And so she'll be on the week after. So next week, the 18th and 25th, both of those shows will be on a Friday instead of a Thursday. And once we get close to those dates, we'll have reminders and things like that to let you guys know. Oh, real quick, big shout out to Mr. Brian. He's in the chat right now. He said, "Hey, that's me." Yes,
Hi, Brian.
that's you.
That's
Awesome.
you. You're
Can't wait to have you on the show next week. It's going to be a great time, great conversations. Yeah, can't wait. So those are the two announcements. Again, the next two shows will be on a Friday instead of a Thursday. And with that, we will get right into it. So we're gonna do like we always do. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna share some black facts with y'all. Black facts, just like that. Even though Black History is only on February, nationally, it's we do Black History every day, 365. And like I always say, we like to share a little bit of our history with you. Today, kind of a little jam-packed Black facts because unfortunately we couldn't do last week. I'm just doing a couple of last week's facts, and there are a couple of this week's facts. So the first one we have. Hold on one second. I gotta get my. Dang, there we go. So, all right, boom. All right, so the first one we got is Mr. Codwell. Harris Laverne Codwell was the first African American principal in Seattle, in the Seattle Public Schools District. He was born in Topeka, Kansas in 1909. Goodness gracious. Very little is
That's
known.
what people say when they find out when I was born.
I'm just saying, I'm just, but it's a good thing though. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
Good thing. Um, let's see. He had become one of the most important educational leaders in the state of Kansas and Washington. I used to live in Seattle, Washington, by the way. Great
Really?
city, love it. If you're an outdoors type person, Seattle is a great place.
Did it rain a
hiking in the
lot?
mountains. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Let's see. He had taught for 23 years in Kansas, briefly worked as the dean of Swift Memorial College in Rogersville, Tennessee, and was the director of education for Black students in Coffeyville and Topeka. So big shout out to Harris Codwell. Next, we have, this kind of relates to unions. We definitely have to have unions, labor unions. It's all about the workers. It's never about the company. A company cannot be successful unless it has workers and those workers are happy.
Right.
And that just shows you how powerful unions are. And back in 1891, the Cotten Pickers organized a union.
Wow.
A strike.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That's wow. Crazy. A Cotten Pickers Union.
Yeah, a Cotten Pickers Union. Wow. They organized 1891. It was like, you know what? You ain't paying us enough to pick this picking cotton or whatever that little cotton picking minute or whatever.
Yeah, wow.
So, but they organized for higher wages in Texas. Yeah, we gotta, unfortunately, they don't give us any more information on whether or not they got their higher wages. I don't want to assume, but most likely not. But I hope they do. I hope they did, but they did organize. That just shows you the power of unions, even back then, coming together for a united cause. The workers against the corporation, because the corporations don't care. It's been prevalent now, especially with the whole corona going on, and 44 million Americans are laid off. Yes, jobs are coming back, but they're not coming back fast enough. Same thing happened in 2008 when all those jobs left. What came back? A lot of the gig economy, if you will. Uber, DoorDash, a lot of jobs did come back, but they were a lot of lower paying jobs.
Right.
Where you had to work 2, 3, maybe even 4 jobs just to make enough for your, studio 1-bedroom apartment. And I'm not saying that to be funny, because that's exactly what it is.
Right.
Right. But we definitely need to get more unions, support your local unions, because they definitely help the workers. Moving right along. This was kind of cool when I found this out. Frederick Douglass escapes from slavery. That's dope. He escapes from slavery as he disguised himself as a sailor, Navy. And they was like, oh, you a Navy guy? Get on the boat, sail to freedom.
Wow.
And the rest is history. He became a very powerful figure in the
orator, right?
Orator.
Yeah.
Orator.
Orator. Yeah.
Is that orator? But he did escape from slavery, and he did that last week, September 3rd, 18 38. So big. So that's dope. That's dope. Moving right along, we have Jonathan Rogers becomes the first Black president of CBS television stations in 1990. So back in 1990, this gentleman became the first Black person to own a national syndicate like TV station, CBS. So that's dope. Also kind of in the media realm, Lincoln Motion Pictures Company was owned by African Americans Noble Johnson and Clarence Brooks. They released their first feature film on September 3rd, 1919, called A Man's Duty. So that's what's up. So big shout out to them. Again, Noble Johnson and Clarence Brooks owned Lincoln Motion Pictures, which is an African-owned film company.
Huh?
So, they led the way for, Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, Spike Lee, John Singleton. These are great directors, film producers, storytellers. Well, other than Oprah, she acted, but she has her own, TV network. So she's definitely in that realm. And of course, everybody knows Tyler Perry, the Medea movies, Spike Lee, Do the Right Thing, Mo Better Blues.
Hudlin Brothers.
Say that again.
The Hudlin Brothers, remember them?
The who?
Hudlin Brothers, I think it was Hudlin. Remember they did like some of those Black movies back in the 90s.
Like, was it what was it? Poetic? It wasn't Poetic Justice.
Yeah.
It was
You know what I mean? Yeah, they did a few.
I know
and
there
don't
was
forget
one.
Robert Townsend and the Wayans.
Oh, we can't forget the Wayans. You got In Living Color.
Yeah, so
and the Wayans family is huge. Anyway, we won't get in there because we'll be talking about movies and stuff all day.
Yeah.
We're gonna move right along. I have a couple more Black facts.
Okay.
Hold on one second. Now I gotta get. Jason Williams, a NBA basketball professional, retired from basketball today in 1981. He played for the Chicago Bulls. He grew up in New Jersey. He attended St. John's High School. He was a beast. He did his thing, but this was pre-Michael Jordan, Air Highness himself. So unfortunately, he wasn't a part of the Bulls when they went on their run, winning all those championships and being just dominant. But he was still a good player. He did his thing. Shout out to him. And unfortunately, we have to talk about Mordecai Johnson. He passed away on today's date, but he was the first Black president of Howard University. Very, very popular school. I know a lot of people who graduated from Howard. A lot of famous people in the industry right now, whether in music, entertainment. A lot of big names came from Howard University. So big shout out to Mordecai Johnson for starting that legacy. And then shout out to everybody who went to Howard. I didn't go. I couldn't afford it. I wasn't cool enough. But big shout out to everybody who went to Howard. I know they got a big. It's Howard, and what's the other one that people? It's Spelman. Howard University, huh?
Spelman.
And Spelman.
Those are the two biggest, like HBCUs. Yeah.
See, boom. Yeah. There it is. All right. Well, thank you guys. That was our Black facts for the day. Now, normally, Brother Oreo will give us his weekly sum up, kind of just condensing what happened in the week. Um, but unfortunately, as you can see, he's not here today. So we will hold off on that. And the next person that's going to take over the mic is the one and only Frosty Knowledge. Take it away.
All right. So I have a question for the usual suspects. It is time for Who Said It, but I have something a little different if you guys want to do it. I have Hood Jeopardy. So you guys in the chat want to play some Hood Jeopardy? What you think? Brian, you want to test your hood knowledge? Let's play some Hood Jeopardy,
It's gonna be a good one, y'all. This is gonna be a good one.
Let's play some. Let's see what y'all know. Okay, here we go.
All right, let's do it.
You ready over there, Frosty McNugget?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
First question: Who is the light-skinned Keith Sweat?
What's the light-skinned Keith Sweat? I never heard that. The lights, is that Chris Brown?
Oh, that is close, but that wasn't the answer. That is a good answer. But you know why? Just think, Keith Sweat begged.
Yes, he
right?
did.
So
He
that
does.
is Chris Brown's persona.
Yeah, Chris Brown. He's not. He's not.
Yeah.
Drake.
A hint. It's Drake. He got it. It's Drake.
Oh.
Okay, Michelle, let me know. You should know this next one. This is one. Hold on. Where is it? Oh. Who says this quote? You got some McDonald's money? Who says this to their kids?
You got some McDonald's.
You got some McDonald's money?
I mean, my mama says that to me, you know. Oh, that's oh, okay. I thought
black mamas.
Yes.
Black mamas.
Yes. Yes. You got some. I've actually said that to my son before. You got some McDonald's money?
Okay, here's an easy one. Come on, Brian. This one's for you. Every Black family has had one.
Hey, Brian, you gotta answer that one. That's all on you, bro.
Michelle?
Any of the usual suspects?
Here's a hint. It happens outside. Some people don't get invited to it, especially racists.
Cookouts.
Cookout.
I'm on fire today.
Okay.
It's all right, Brian. It's all right. It's all right.
And everybody's like, wait, what is this? Here's an easy one. This one is easy. Let someone else get it, because you should know this, but let someone else get it. This is easy.
I'm falling back.
Okay. Yeah, Cookout, Michelle. This Rockefeller introduced us to the hard knock life.
I wish we had that Jeopardy music.
Edgar's in here. Edgar should know.
Oreo
would know this. Rockefeller introduced us to the hard knock life. Who sung Hard Knock Life?
Huh?
Hard Knock Life, and not Shirley Temple version. We're gonna have to go to politics, y'all.
oh, there we go.
There we go. Jay-Z, yeah, good job. Everyone got good. Yes, Jay-Z. Welcome, Oreo. We're doing Hood Jeopardy. You're just in time. You guys don't answer.
He in the background.
Okay. You guys don't answer this because you already know this. Beyonce has one, and now all the females think they can ride one when they're drunk.
Mm.
Edgar, you should know this. Not Annie. Beyonce has one, and now all females think they can ride one when they're drunk. Come on, y'all don't know who that Beyonce riding something, and not Jay-Z.
Pony.
Oh man.
Maybe Jay-Z. Surfboard. All right.
Surfboard.
Surfboard. All right. Here's an easy one. Who is the Clayton Bigsby of Twitter?
The Clayton Bigsby of Twitter. Oh, I know it, but I ain't gonna say it.
Right, don't say it.
I'm
Y'all
gonna
know
leave
who
it.
Clayton Bigsby is?
Huh?
Clayton Bigsby is the character that
Dave
Dave
Chappelle.
Chappelle plays. He's a black KKK. So the Clayton Bigsby of Twitter is, I think
I
there's
know.
a delay too. Clayton Bigsby of Twitter.
I can give y'all a hint because I don't know who he is.
You don't know who it is? You do know.
I know who it is, but I don't know who he is.
That's close. Ben Carson is really close. Oh my God. Ben Carson could be, but Ben Carson doesn't tweet a lot.
He be too tired to tweet. he be too tired. I don't know.
Yes, Terry Crews.
Yes.
It is Terry Crews. Yes, absolutely Terry Crews.
I still don't know who that is.
That's true. Who is Terry Crews?
I really don't. I'm gonna have to Wikipedia Google that. I really don't know.
Oh gosh. All right. Let's do one politic and then
It's 8 o'clock.
Oh gosh, it's all Terry Crews. No one's gonna know this either. Okay, one more, last one. The virus is not as deadly as first thought. This was tweeted by someone 2 weeks ago. It's all over the news because
Oh, I know who it is. Mm-hmm.
no,
It was an impossible tweet.
it was impossible. This person could not have tweeted this.
It was an impossible tweet. That's another hint. It was an impossible tweet.
Fingers could not have tweeted this.
Burger King.
Yes, Herman Cain. His Twitter account tweeted, "The virus is not as deadly as first thought." That's crazy. That's crazy. Why did that happen?
Because we all knew it was a troll account. Like, if people
my,
really thought that was his account and he was really tweeting that
exactly.
stuff.
Of course, Herman Cain can. He doesn't even know how to tweet, but that's crazy that, I mean, because it has a check mark, like it's his official thing, but he, like, why tweets are like automatically being sent from there? That's crazy and sad on so many levels. But yeah, Herman Cain. So that's the end of Black Hood Jeopardy. Since you've joined us, Oreo, do you want to give your thoughts of the week before I start?
My thoughts of the week. It's almost that time. We get out there, we gotta vote. Only way that we are going to implement any kind of change is if we go out there and vote. Black votes are important. That's what I'm gonna say.
Boom.
And
Straight
I'm gonna segue, because I love segues, into some states that have same-day registrations, because this is very important. Same-day registration, including election day. So some states will allow you to go in and register and then vote on the same day. Those states are, if you're in Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, Connecticut, DC, Maryland, Michigan, Illinois, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Indiana, Colorado, Wyoming, Montana, Nevada, California, Washington. You can go in and register and vote Trump out on the same day and feel really good about yourself because you're doing two things. You are registering and you're voting that person out of the White House.
Mhm.
I'm a little flustered right now. Not even flustered. I just got finished cooking, so just don't mind me.
Oh, that's okay. So next, there are some states that have same day registration and voting, but only during early voting. This is so crazy how every state is different. This is why this is so confusing for people because everyone is doing things so differently. So North Carolina, you can register and vote on the same day, but it has to be during the early voting time. Who I don't know when that is, but you guys got to figure that out. Google voter.org has everything.
Mhm.
States with deadlines to register. Massachusetts. October 24th. So if you have not registered to vote, do that now. You have until October 24th to do that. If you're
I wish we could go out and you know
register people,
register people to vote.
right? If
You
if
know.
your children are of voting age, huh?
So when I did the mail-in registration, they sent me back another like an application to register people to vote.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's dope.
yeah. Hey, if you're
Yeah,
upper
we
master,
definitely gonna have to do that before the deadline. Even if it's like 2 weeks out, we definitely got to get more people activated and registered to vote. Because, like you said, we got to get this dude, the 4 or 5, out of office. He's a horrible person. He doesn't care about us. He doesn't care about the troops. Um, he's not fit for this country. He knew about the coronavirus back in the early stages. He downplayed it to where now we have close to 200,000 people who have passed away from this virus. That we could have reduced that number. Because this is a very deadly virus, but we could have reduced that number. But yeah, we got to get that guy out of office. He is
oh,
not good for anybody.
Hey,
absolutely.
if they never fired that committee that Mr. Obama put into place to combat this stuff in the early stages,
Oh
might,
yeah.
Yeah, they were tracking. They tracked deadly viruses around the world. That was their job. So Trump got in and said, we're wasting money. Let's get rid of it. But they were working. They're tracking viruses around the world. Like, what is wrong with you? And it's funny because he had that presser today or whatever he wants to call it. Not even a presser. It was him trying to defend his name because, now he's outed, which it doesn't matter because his people are going to support him regardless. But
Hmm.
one of the first things that comes out of his mouth is, well, when I got in office, the reserve was depleted, like saying Obama had depleted all of the PPE. Like, you've been in office for 3 years. Like, 4 years, right? Like, what are you talking about here? What are you talking about? It's still depleted? Stop
He
it.
left it like that. Like
Like,
he's
exactly.
dumb.
I mean, if it's a lie, but if that is true, then why are you still blaming the black man for doing this when it's your fault? It's so funny how he uses Obama. It's like when he's saying something bad, he'll use Obama, or when he's trying to defend something he did and he thinks Obama did the same thing, he'll be like, even Obama, even Woodward said bad things about Obama. It's like,
Yeah.
what, dude? Come on. Ugh. How does anyone follow that clown? Oh yeah, yeah. So I was going to talk about Breonna Taylor, but then something happened during a Zoom meeting today with the job. As you know, my coworkers are one of some of the usual suspects. Hi, Michelle and Edgar, and I don't think John's on here, but John did help us get to what are we at? 404? He
Yep,
did
we're at
help us.
404. Thank you to
Yeah,
all the subscribers, all the new subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
right. So we had a Zoom meeting today, and we started talking about Trump, and I try to keep this short. And we just go through the whole thing about Trump and whatever, and I'm just sitting there like, there needs to be more, right? We talk about Trump all the time. I'm tired of talking about Trump. I want to talk about Black people, right? Because I am Black, and there's me, Michelle, Edgar, and John. There's 4 of us in this Zoom. So Blake gets shot 7 times. We never discuss that. Floyd is murdered. We kind of glaze over it, like we're glazing over all the racism that is happening. And meanwhile, I'm looking at emails on my laptop come up talking about if you're depressed about COVID. And it's like, COVID? How about living through COVID and then being afraid that, you're going to be pulled over and shot by the police, or your son, your husband, your uncle? How about that as well? So I just kind of put it out there to them like, as a company, what is your duty to your staff, particularly to your Black and brown staff, to make them feel comfortable? You can't just be out here talking about, oh no, we're diverse here, and you're not engaging your diverse staff, right? How are we going to have Christmas and put up a tree, and then you put up the menorah, but you don't put up anything for Hanukkah? How are you leaving us out here, right? Because to me, that's just as bad as microaggressions. And if, someone out there doesn't know what a microaggression is, those are those little things that white people say to Black people that it's like slightly racist, but not full frontal racism. Like, I worked in the law field for a long time. And I was in the elevator one time carrying an Ebony magazine. And this white woman goes, why is there an Ebony magazine? There's no Ivory magazines. Or it'd be like, I used to live in Dorchester. Someone got shot in Dorchester. Did you know him? And it's like, I don't know everyone in Dorchester. There is a reason why there's an Ebony magazine, because every other magazine is actually an Ivory magazine. That's what I told him. Like, Better Homes and Garden, that's Ivory magazine. Like, come on. Digest is.
You should have said the counterpart to the Ebony magazine is Metropolitan.
Right?
That's what the hell it is.
Right. Like, what the heck? So that just, I guess my takeaway and what I want to say is that, talk to your employers. Like, if you're feeling like you're not being treated a certain way or you're being overlooked, speak it. Maybe if you're new, you may not want to say anything. You may not want to ruffle feathers. I don't know, but there's a way to bring things to the table to try to get results. And when you're bringing something like that to a company, they actually have to do something about it at this point, right? Because now the Black and brown people are all together saying, no, you're right. We feel uncomfortable here. Like, you're not addressing our needs and our problems. So now they're on the spot, because I would suspect in the next Zoom meeting, they're going to be like, how you doing, Maureen? I mean, how you doing, Michelle and John? And y'all okay? Y'all need anything? Like, but we just have to remember that, we don't have to sit back and take stuff. Just like we're out here in the streets and protesting these big things, there are little things happening in our lives that we really don't have to sit back and take. We can say something about it. COVID, depression and counseling and all this. And we literally have a diversity committee. We have a diversity committee, and we have diversity day where we do this whole thing about diversity, but everyone still skirts around like the real issues that are happening in the country. it's like we do this generic black white thing, you know, like we talk about don't ask people where they're from if they have an accent, you know, these weird, crazy kind of things. But, you know, I just want to say, Black people, if you're not feeling respected, you're not feeling, you're feeling overlooked, say it so things can change. We want a better workplace, and they're really going to continue to overlook us because we're the minority everywhere. So they will overlook us unless we say, you know, something about it. My next thing is I wanted to talk about health and mental health, because that just made me think like, wow, they really don't care about our mental health, because it weighs on us so much. I don't know about you guys, when you guys go to work after that. I mean, I can't imagine how it feels for you, you know what I mean, for men. And of course, you can't imagine how it feels for me. But, you know, after something like that happens, or if you're stopped by police, you know what I mean? And then you've had like a scary experience, and then you got to turn around and go to work and deal with that. Like, how do you get a release from that? You know what I mean? We're all walking around with like post-traumatic stress disorder, you know, and I think the Black community has always had it. We just have it. And we are so fearful, and rightfully so, of doctors, of medication, of counseling. And I just want us to start taking advantage of those things because they are offered. And I think that, you know, as a whole, Black people are out here dying at younger ages. You know, we're not getting the same treatment that white people are getting. We're not doing these trials, and I get why we're not doing these trials. You know, we don't really donate blood. Like, we don't do any of those things because we're like, you know what? There's a whole list of things that y'all used to do to us. You know, we got the Tuskegee experiments. We got doctors that would operate without anesthesia on enslaved women and just sterilize them. There's I forgot what's that woman's name where she was dying of cancer and they took her cells and created some type of
vaccine
for some cancers.
I forgot her name
Henrietta
too.
Lacks. I think her name is Henrietta Lacks. Like, they just didn't even ask. They just took it. So I get how there's fear with that. And even me, because I'm type A. I'm a perfectionist. So sometimes I have to come to the conclusion that this isn't going to be perfect. When I started having kids, I'm like, shit, I can't keep my house clean. There's always something on the floor. Like, it would drive me crazy. So I had to find little spaces where I can be perfect in, like my room. So it's like, don't go in my room because I need my room to be like, I need that space just to be for me. So when my mom passed, all the control was gone, right? Because she's the one that was in my head giving me control. You know what I mean? Like, you're okay. You got this. You got that. You got this. Because I need everything to be functioning in a high manner. Like, if I'm on your team, I'm on your team. And I'm going to see it through until the end. I'm just not going to stop working. She would call me. So now that she's not there, I'm not calm. I don't sleep. I don't do any of that. And I'm like, you know, when you go to the doctor, girl, talk about it. Like, just talk about it. Again, you're like, oh, medication. He's going to try to prescribe medication, right? And you don't want medication because Black people, we don't want it. We just don't. So, you know, I've been blessed with good doctors. And, you know, he did prescribe something that I probably have taken 2 times and I had it for like 3 weeks. But like, at least I have it to fall back on. And I know that my doctor is just not going to be like, here's a script. And I'm not recommending this for kids because that's a whole different thing. Kids and medication, nah. But, you know, unless they really need it. But I was able to like overcome that and go and have that conversation with my doctor. And that, again, that's why we have to vote, because I'm blessed, and I realize that I am privileged because I have good insurance. I pay a lot for insurance, but I have good medical insurance. So I have a good doctor who absolutely knows me and who treats me like a Black woman, like medically treat me, because that's another thing. Black people don't like the doctor because they don't feel they can trust the doctor, which leads me to Bloomberg. Kudos to Bloomberg, although we don't really like him. This show, he's done some things in New York, but he did donate millions of dollars to 8 HBCUs because he understands at this point that there needs to be more Black doctors, because if there are more Black doctors, it gives Black people the opportunity to have Black doctors. And that means that we will trust more. We will go to the doctor more. We will get better care. We won't die at early ages. We won't be suffering from, hypertension and all these other things, because we will be treated the way we're supposed to. My PCP is a white doctor. I kept him because when I first went to him 30 odd years ago, he's like, you're a Black woman. These are the tests that you need. This is how we're going to treat you. So he already put it out there, and so did my GYN. Black women need these things. So I'm like, oh, I'm staying right here. So that's just how we need to be treated. And that's just what I wanted to say. People go to the doctor, get treated. If you're not comfortable with your doctor, get another doctor, get second opinions. If you are struggling with depression, anxiety, because COVID is hard, being Black in America is just another stress. Being a single mom is stressful, right? So talk to someone. It's okay, and vote.
Yes.
Vote.
Yes.
Get out here, vote this guy. He's trying to take your health insurance away. He's trying to take Social Security away. He wants to take everything away. Get this man out of here. We cannot do 4 years. I am convinced that if he is here for 4 more years, we will never have a good vaccine. I don't even see it. Like I don't see people wanting to take it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if I would want to take a vaccine under a Trump presidency.
Especially them rushing and not doing the right testing and going through the right stages and phases.
CDC is lying. The CDC and the FDA are at this point saying what he wants them to say. That's scary.
That's very scary because they're supposed to be nonpartisan.
Yeah. He fires everyone he finds out is a Democrat. They're gone. Then he puts in his people. So it's scary times, people. Scary times. But, go to the doctor, stay healthy. I know some of y'all won't get the flu shot. I get it. But get flu shots. It is important. I know some people have adverse reactions, but at the end of the day, gosh, I don't know. Every protection that we can have, we need to take advantage of it. We do. It's rough out here.
I know this is totally off subject, but do you have a ghost in your house? I keep seeing that thing behind you move.
It's a fan, because I have a fan, so it's blowing.
I just come like this in the shadows, like.
Which is funny because in the basement when I first moved here, like some kids when I bought the house wrote, "There's a ghost down here on the wall."
Oh boy,
so weird. But that was my rant,
No, I'm with it. We definitely got to have better, mental health awareness. We got to break down that stigma. Me and Brother Oreo, we did a 3-part series on mental health. I think we need to. We'll link that in the description and put that on our page.
We need to definitely need to revisit that again. Not the link. We need to do a whole new series on it again because we're in different times now.
Oh yeah.
Since we did, the first series, look at the amount of things that has happened in between that time.
Oh yeah.
There's a whole new set of everything that we have to deal with. So, if people won't go to the doctors, you know what I'm saying, at least we can give them an area to vent or let out whatever they have built up.
Right.
Yeah, no, definitely. We'll still have the link so you guys can go check out that video, because there are some good stuff. We did a segment for men, we did a segment for women, and then we kind of did a combination of both. But definitely go check those out. A lot of good information on there. I'll make sure to have that in the description, and you can check that out on our Facebook page. So I'm gonna jump into the headlines, and then I'm gonna pass the mic back over to Brother Oreo so he can do the wrap up of the show. But I'm gonna make this quick. The evictions, it's crazy. There are evictions going on as we speak across the state. I'll make sure to have an article linked to that. In this time of people on unemployment, record number of Americans have lost their jobs. For some strange reason, billionaires are making billions of dollars. Their wealth is going up. And I'll make sure to have links about that. Very odd. And that just shows the disconnect. The stock market does not represent what is actually going on with the economy. It's only for people who can afford to play in the stock market. For the rich people, it's not a representation of the economy, because if it was, everybody would be good. And we're not good. 44 million Americans don't have a job right now. So, but for some reason, the billionaires, their net wealth has constantly gone up. I'll make sure to have links to those articles as well. For some local news, everybody, the soldier that was found hung in Fort Hood a couple weeks ago, his body has actually been brought back to Brockton. They had a memorial service for the gentleman, and I just found out yesterday they found another body in a pond right next to Fort Hood. Another soldier.
Is that number 3? That's number 3.
Yep.
Currently.
Oh,
But there's more. He's not the third one, but he's the third one that they've talked about publicly.
What is happening there?
It's some satanic sick stuff going on down there, like for real. Like, and yeah, it's crazy. But the gentleman's name was Elder. And so his body has been brought back to Brockton with the family, and they're going to have a memorial service for him. And again, I'll have a link for that as well. For all my foodies out there, if you want to join the foodie club, please join the foodie club with us. Cinnabon is back, baby. Cinnabon is back, and it's opened up. They opened up the Cinnabon factory at Westgate Mall out here in Brockton. So if you love Cinnabon, just know it's here. Westgate Mall. I was there when it opened last Friday. I bought me
Did he say Cinnabon or bun?
Cinnabon. That's what they're called.
It's
yeah,
Cinnabon?
Cinnabon.
Oh, why did I think it was? I always thought it was.
I mean, there is a thing called a Cinnabon.
Oh my God, they call it Cinnabon? Really?
Yeah. What? Yeah. What? Yes.
Really?
It's Cinnabon.
It is O-N, not U-N.
It's O-N. Wow, that's crazy. Huh. Cinnabon. I wonder what that
Yeah.
is.
If the best Cinnabons in the world. I love them. But this lady, I lie to you not, her and her son bought up 20 Cinnabons. And I'm talking the big size ones. Because now they got a whole new, anyway, 20 Cinnabons. They took up half the food for the people. I had to get a little mini Cinnabon. little mini one. Why? Because the mother and the son want to buy 20. I'm not exaggerating. They bought 20.
That's crazy.
So, but I'll have
that was like a mall staple.
Yeah, it was.
Going to what's the name? Annie's with the bagel.
They combined.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people didn't know this, but if you visit Foxwoods, they actually have a Cinnabon inside of there as well.
Oh, see, I didn't know that. So there's one here in Brockton and then one in Foxwoods. So if you want
a Cinnabon,
Cinnabon,
go get yourself some Cinnabons.
So that's for all my foodies. We had some elections last week. I do have the results for that, but I'll leave a link in the description where you can check that out.
Yeah.
But one of the big notable wins, Ed Markey won his Senate race against Joe Kennedy. It was basically a butt whooping, a landslide. Ed Markey came out with the W. But I'll have the election results in the description. I don't know if everybody heard this, but somebody was in a jetpack flying around the sky with the airplanes. This is real. A number of different pilots from different airlines all reported the same thing.
And it just went up in the air like that high, really?
Yeah, like they don't know who he was. This has got the FBI involved. They're doing an investigation. But there was a man wearing a jetpack flying up with the planes. I think it was American Airlines, American Spirit, and I think JetBlue. All three different airlines, all their pilots saw some guy flying on it with a jetpack in the air. Crazy. I'll leave the link for that. And lastly, we have a Black baseball owner. Brandon Bellamy is the first Black baseball owner of the Gastonia, the Atlanta Gastonas. How you say it?
Gastonia, brother.
Yeah.
Gastonia.
You know me in words, man. You know, I can't. You get it. You get it. But he owns that team. They are in the process right now of building his baseball park. So big shout out to Brandon Bellamy, the first Black owner of a baseball team. So those are my headlines. I do have a couple more, but I'll make sure to post all of them in the description. With that being said, pass the mic over to Brother Oreo.
Well, I'm gonna say this. The NFL season has kicked off tonight. I couldn't wait. You know what I'm saying? This is America's favorite. Fun baseball. I played football in high school and basketball and all that other stuff. So I love sports. Sports being gone for all this time has been real depressing. So they're back. Shout out to the Celtics. Great game last night. It's going to be a game 7 on Friday. And just shout out to everybody across the world that's doing their thing and doing their part. I want to let the people know also, we will, in the soon coming months, have What's Up People News 323 production apparel. We will have shirts. We will have hats. We will have coffee mugs. We will have plates. We will have. So, you know what I'm saying? I hope you guys come out, and show up, put some orders in and support. I'm working on designs and stuff right now, so we'll have something in the near future. All you gotta do is just let us know, support.
That's what's up.
Hold on, guys. I gotta do some daddy stuff real quick. Hold on.
Well, as you can see, we are getting to the last little bits of the show. Like always, any shout outs you want to give, Miss Knowledge, before we go?
No, I just want to shout out my coworkers for supporting me today in our Zoom meeting. You know, my fellow Black and brown folks, I love y'all. I love y'all here as usual suspects. And thank you, Brian, for showing up. And we'll see you next week. I do want to shout out. We gave a shout out to Brandon Bellamy being the first Black baseball team owner. Eric Moses is the first Black president of a NASCAR track, and that happened a couple of weeks ago. So I wanted
Nice.
around the same time with Brandon Bellamy. So he is going to be owning that track and controlling what's going on that track. So good for him.
Nice.
So.
I heard Bubba Watson, the only Black NASCAR driver, is actually giving up his number 43.
Is it Wallace or Watson?
I think it's Watson.
Bubba Wallace.
Wallace.
Yeah. So yeah, he's giving up his number. He's going to get a new number in the 2021 season. Getting a whole new not facelift, but a whole new remake. So, you know, hopefully good things come from him. He's had a crazy last half of the year with the news and just all the attention that's been going on. And the president went there and they photoshopped the airplane flying over. It's been crazy, but yeah, they did that. Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, I don't know. But any shout outs you want to give, Brother Oreo, before we go?
Nah, man, no shout outs tonight.
Okay. Well, you know, I want to give a shout out to everybody that's been tuning in. Thank you for helping us reach 400. Our ultimate goal is 1,000. So we only need 600 more subs. Let everybody know. It's only that's
well,
it.
Let's do increment. I feel better with incremental. When you give me that big thing, it's like, oh my, we ain't never gonna. I mean, let's try to just get like 410 by next week or something.
410 by next week.
Did this turn into dark?
Huh?
I said, did this just turn into after dark? I'm sorry.
No, what did I say?
He said,
I don't like big things.
He said, give it to me in incrementals. Once you give me that big old thing, we can't even. Woo!
It's just too much.
Too much.
I need little, incremental.
Oh man. Oh yeah. We gotta start that show ASAP. But no, shout out to everybody, all the usual suspects. Thank you, Brian, for stopping by. It was a pleasure. Can't wait to have you on the show next week. Thank you to all our new subscribers for subscribing. Thank you. Please. We want to get to 410 by next Friday. So help us reach our goal. We're going to give the package in small increments. So
I said nothing about a package. Like, what are you talking about? Who said package? I never said I wanted a small package, like ever.
Wait. Do kids watch this show? I'm just no, sir.
Like, who said that? I like big presents.
Stuff is falling. That's the cue.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Have a good night. Good weekend.
Remember, the next two shows will be on Friday, the 18th and the 25th. So please tune in on those days for great shows, great guests, and we'll see you guys next week.
Peace.
Peace.